Whoa, wait a minute. You're telling me this king character was a real person and that pre-war citizens built this place to worship him?
People used to come here to learn about him, to dress like him, move like him, to be him. If that's not worship, I don't know what is.
True, although you don't see people out there dressing up like Jesus and impersonating him, do you? Actually, scratch that. People do that all the time. That's how religious cults are started. Still, I find that a bit difficult to believe. Tell me more about this guy. I'd like to see what's so great about him to deserve all this.
Not a whole lot to tell. There were only a few books left in here when we found it, and those were rotted away. There were some posters left that were pretty well preserved, which is how we know all this stuff was based on the same guy. The thing of it is, we don't even know what his name was. All the posters just referred to him as the King.
And that's where you got the name from. Ease up on the originality, please.
Well, that and the giant sign outside. This place could have been the King's House of Dog Chow, and I still would have taken the name. But I like to think I keep the memory alive.
Ignoring the fact that you don't even know the guy's name, I'm gonna assume the King was a self-given title because his real name was too embarrassing. Yeah, Dick Slim just wouldn't have looked as good in neon.
As far as we can tell, the guy that built this place was considered the coolest of the cool, and taught other people how to be more like him. People would come all around to learn how to sing, dance, dress, and even speak the way he did.
And I guess that's what you've got going on right now? I don't know what's more disturbing, the idea that you imagined yourself as an actual king, or the fact that you spent all your time pretending to be someone else.
Something like that, yeah. There were some working tapes here when we first got here, so we know what he sounded like. Sadly, they stopped working a few years back, so I sold them to a junk merchant who was passing through. Otherwise, I'd play some for you. All the outfits you see my guys wearing around were originally found in here too, along with more hair gel than you can shake a stick at.
Ugh, probably more caterpillars than you could step on. I still have no idea how clothes dating 200 years back haven't disintegrated yet. Oh, were they covered in the hair gel? I bet those things would make good preservatives. Man, a gang of pretenders. You know how crap that make you sound compared to other gangs?
We're different than other gangs, and not just because we dress better. We're not just a group of thugs looking for our next fight. The Kings are about an idea, you see, where every man is free to follow his own path, do his own thing, where every man is a king in his own right.
So that means those squatters out there are kings of rusty junk and rotten leftovers? If that's the case, surely anyone in Freeside would be part of your gang, even those guys from the NCR.
We've tried to pass our philosophy on to the people of Freeside, but not everyone is ready to be a king. The kids love us, but the old-timers tend to shy away and keep to themselves. And they probably couldn't pull off the look anyway. As for the others, some people just plain don't respect others, and that's a no-no. If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's lack of respect.
Oh, well, damn. We're gonna have a few problems then, aren't we? I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect you, in the same sense that I respect a psychopath enough not to push his buttons. But if you think I'm just gonna blindly agree with you, then you have another thing coming. Besides, you don't tolerate disrespect. Ha! What about that dickhead lieutenant of yours?
Pace? He and I grew up together around here. We've been through a lot together. There's no man I'd rather have at my side in a pinch. Don't judge him too harshly for trying to get some caps out of you. He probably took you for a squatter, looking for a place to settle down. There have been a lot of people moving into the area lately, and it's got some people riled. Can't blame them myself. There's only so much to go around.
Well, that just proves my point. You use someone who don't give a shit about respect as your second in command, and you don't think those squatters out there should be part of the Kings. But what the hell, I shouldn't be surprised you're a hypocrite. It's probably the way things are in Freeside, and obviously, an outsider's never gonna understand.
To understand Freeside, you have to look back a few years. Originally, we were all just tribes making a living in this area. That all changed when Mr. House came around. He made an offer to the 3 biggest tribes that were willing to listen to him. Today, everyone calls those tribes the 3 families, and they live in luxury and run their own casinos in the Strip. The rest of us were left to fight over the crumbs, living in the shadow of those more fortunate. Things got pretty nasty for a while. But we wanted more, a place of our own, a place where no one could tell us what to do, and we didn't want to go elsewhere to find it. So we took control of this place and made it our own. That's really all Freeside is, the best of a bad situation.
If this is the best, then good lord, keep the worst far away from me, with a cattle prod if necessary. So what does that make people like you, the most fortunate out of the downtrodden? How many of you guys are there? Not many is gonna be my guess.
There's me, but I don't really like talking about myself.
Yeah, right.
There's Julie Farkas and the other followers down at the old Mormon fort. The Garrett twins up at the Wrangler deserve mention. Wouldn't be right not mentioning the Van Graffs, I suppose. And while they're not important in the overall scheme of things, there's Mick and Ralph, too. Just don't tell them I said that. Who all did you want to know about?
Oh, careful what you say about them. Nobody knows yet, but very soon they will be the most important people this town has ever had. And all because they're gonna help me get onto the strip. But anyway, I've met everyone on that list of yours apart from the Van Graffs at this point.
They're a family-run business from out west that deal in weapons mostly. A word of caution, though, they're not a friendly bunch. Not at all. Their store is just past the Wrangler and sells all kinds of fancy weapons that most people around here can't afford. Anyone else you wanted to know about?
Not really. I prefer to get information about someone in a direct and personal manner. Although that might be why so many of these meetings tend to end up with dead bodies. But I tell you who I would like to know about, this robot dog of yours. Oh, come on, you knew I was gonna ask him that sooner or later.
I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He was a little dinged up when I got him, but one of the followers fixed him right up.
Well, clearly they didn't do such a great job. He's been staring at that same spot on the wall this entire time we've been talking. So either he's got a vendetta against this place's decor, or there's something wrong with him.
He goes through spells like this from time to time. The followers said his brain is going bad or something.
Well, considering how he might be from before the war, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, honestly, how long do you expect Pickled Brain to last? I'm surprised he's still alive.
For now, but they said eventually he's going to get worse. I don't know what to do.
I think funeral arrangements might be a good start, followed by getting yourself another dog. Although, to be fair, if it turns out to be a mechanical issue, then his condition might be treatable. I could perhaps find out for you, and then take him off your hands. What have you got to lose?
I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did.
Considering all the shit I'm doing for her, it better not come down to luck. I am literally solving everyone's problems around here. Do you believe in Santa? I hope so, because you're looking right at him.
All right. I'll see you later.
Oh, you bet you will. Next time I'm here, either little Rex here is getting himself a surgery, or the entire strip will be blowing down the doors to find me. But for now, who's a good boy? Yes, you are.
All right. I'll see you later.
Hey man, I'll leave when I'm ready. And shouldn't you be drafting up some kind of treaty with the NCR right about now? I risked my neck getting you guys onto the negotiating platform, and you lot are gonna work out your differences, or else I swear to God, I'll murder every one of you. Then you can have a fist fight in the afterlife for all I care. Dear Lord, I am surrounded by little children today. Uncle Courier, the big nasty NCR came into my room and won't
Personal
leave.
space meaning anything to you, guy?
Fuck you. Okay, time for the ultimate decision. Do I go through those two or that kid? Those two or that kid? Fuck it, I'll deal with the kid. No one should ever have to make that decision.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
It's just cruel.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Oh man, if I knew you were gonna say that twice, I would have picked the other way. At least those guys don't repeat themselves. It's almost like he's deliberately baiting me to put a bullet in his head to end his misery. I would do that for him too if I gave a fuck. This is what happens to children when they don't go to school. I like to see him stand up straight after getting a thorough beating by one of those kanks. It's pretty much what parents paid for. That way they don't have to put the effort into beating the children themselves. It takes a lot of energy to drink all day long. Okay, let's get this over with. I swear I am this close to giving up on that sex bot, so you better have that holotape ready right this moment or I'm just gonna quit.
Lovely weather, huh?
It's always like this. Stop wasting my time.
Hey, thanks for getting Bill Ronte fixed up. I was really getting sick of paying for water. Now, what can I do for you?
You do realize paying for water is kind of normal, right? I'm pretty sure pre-war Americans had to do that all the time, so you're in no position to complain. Anyway, I know you said you needed a couple of days to get that holotape ready, but if I don't get that thing right now, I'll never get lightheaded enough to consider it again.
Yep, here you go. You'll need to use a terminal to upload the data to the robot.
God damn it, I was hoping you'd say it's not ready. That way I would have a decent excuse. Hell, I don't even want a refund. Well, I hope to God you wrote this properly and not just a command line telling that thing to screw anything that moves. And while I'm here, the followers want to negotiate some kind of deal for medical supplies.
We don't have the stills and equipment to supply the amount of meds they're looking to purchase. You could check with other wasteland merchants, but I think your best bet would be the Atomic Wrangler. They've got a bunch of stills and a seemingly endless supply of grain alcohol, which could be used as anesthetic or disinfectant.
Well now, even you're recommending those guys. Julie Fockers have no right to complain now. It sure feels good to be vindicated.
Come back anytime.
I doubt I will, to be honest. I mean, if I do, it would either be because your holiday didn't work or your fake passport didn't work. And trust me, you wouldn't want to see me again if the latter happens. I don't have a habit of suing people, not when I can shoot them instead. It's quicker and you don't have to deal with those goddamn leeches called lawyers. Oh, hi.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Whoa, holy shit, what is this thing? Hey, wait a minute, you can't just dump this on me. Why didn't the king just give it to me when I was there? What is it anyway? Oh shit, it's a pneumatic face masher. Hey, check it out, Veronica, I have my own now. Man, this thing makes my pit boy feels light in comparison. Dick punch, and disfigurement.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, keep it down, you two, otherwise I'll do this to you. Ow, my shoulder. Okay, as cool as this may be, the extra momentum is gonna be murder on my joints. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Besides, I prefer to solve my arguments at a distance with a high-caliber rifle. Actually, Veronica, maybe you should take this.
Ooh, got something good for me?
Yeah, look at how rusty yours is compared to this. Now that looks pimp. It even said greased lightning on the side. It fits the image of a bunch of misfits like the kings perfectly. Well, now you can keep that as a souvenir, courtesy of Freeside. And now it's time to go and visit a robot factory. I hope the ones in there will have the decency of being broken down after 200 years without maintenance. Or at least they don't have the kill everything on site setting stuck to for the rest of eternity. So far, my interactions with robots have been hit and miss. Well, obviously you're a hit, but quite honestly, I haven't seen another robot like you so far. Oh, don't give me the "we're all unique" speech. You know what I'm talking about. I've seen plenty of Securitrons and Protectrons around here, but nothing like you. I'm not sure you're from around here in the first place. Oh, what the hell?
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Okay, you tell your friend over there the bus isn't coming. He's wasting his goddamn time. I swear to God, some of these kids are brain damaged. The local thugs probably leave them alone out of either pity or fear they'll catch some kind of disease or something. Well, the factory has to be in this direction. We've been to everywhere else in this town. I'm surprised this area doesn't have more people living here. There's a lot of unused space. Granted, I don't think I would choose to live under a piece of pre-war highway that may or may not collapse on me while I'm asleep at night. But beggars can't be choosers. It's either this or outside the walls, and that brings its own problems. You can either wake up with your legs crushed under concrete or with your legs chewed off by the local wildlife. Vote for your preference now. Ah, you see, I knew there was more hidden down this path, and oh, good lord. Okay, well, I think the getting your legs chewed off option is looking pretty good right now. That's a lot of toxic barrels. Did the pre-war citizens do this? If so, I guess this place was hidden around the corner back then too. Man, I suppose this place is sectioned off for a reason. If there were people living here, then Garrett wouldn't have needed to go far to find his cowboy ghoul, that's for sure. What the hell? Someone is living here! Wow, I hope they know the difference between a barrel of toxic waste and a barrel of moonshine. Oh, hello there. This better be the place we're looking for and not just another old office block. I swear, the old world had way too many of these. Oh my god. Okay, what the hell was that? I'm gonna assume that wasn't a last-minute attempt at preparing a surprise birthday party. I don't want to know what a robot's idea of a cake is, thank you very much. Oh, apparently rats are a key ingredient. Oh, never mind. This place is just infested with them. Well, Veronica, this is all you. It's time to try out your new toy. Oh, you guys are so dead. Okay. Wow. Now, you see, I like to give presents that have a practical application. Freaking dresses. Don't make me laugh.
I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, well, what would they do in this situation? Tripping over their own dresses, that's what. Yeah, a dress is a luxury. A face masher is a necessity. At least that's true in this particular circumstance. The point is the dress can wait, okay? Ah, Christ, there's more of them. You, sir, deserve a backhand for your troubles, and you, my friend, deserve pulverization and utter oblivion. Well, at least we didn't have to deal with the robots. It looks like most of them just doesn't work anymore. Either that or the rats took them down. That really says something about the quality of Protectrons in general. I would not trust my business or my home to these things. Well, at least one of them is still in storage. You, my friend, are about to inherit the most embarrassing job in history. But you won't understand the concept of embarrassment, so hey, it all works out. Well, this must be the terminal Mick told me about. It's actually better made than the robots. Who would have thought? I still have no idea how these things are still operational, let alone have the energy left. Considering the pre-war obsession with nuclear energy, I'm just gonna assume there's a miniature nuclear reactor in each one of these things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll mutate an extra finger on each hand any day now. It'll probably make typing a lot easier, at which point I'll mutate more fingers. It's a never-ending cycle. Oh god, man, you're scary up close.
Fully integrated security technotronic officer active and reporting for duty.
Wow, that's a long name you have there. I don't think it'll fit on the billboard, and knowing the Garretts, you'll be the main attraction to their place for a long time. Okay, new name, new name. You know what? This is already the creepiest thing I've ever done, so fuck it. Let's go full retard and call you something inappropriate, like Fisto or something.
Yes, sir. Fisto reporting for duty. Please assume the position.
Oh, whoa, whoa, you stop right there, you metal fuck. I warned Mick not to do something like this, and he did it anyway. Granted, I would have too if I was in his position, but no. You touch me, and I'm gutting your components as spare parts for Eddie, and he burns through those circuit boards pretty quick.
I am programmed for your pleasure. Please assume the position.
No! You are programmed for the pleasure of customers at the Atomic Wrangler. That is it. If I ever get depraved enough to consider robot sex, I'll go there as a customer and I'll ask specifically for you. But until then, no fucking way.
Fisto will report to the Atomic Wrangler for further orders.
Good. Jesus, I'm glad you're intelligent enough to understand that. Now, get yourself over there using the quickest path possible and report to James Garrett for further orders. If anyone tries to intercept you, treat them as the customers and put all your pleasure settings at maximum. We can clean the blood off of you later.
Yes, sir.
Just be quick about it, understand? Well, I'll certainly remember this day for the rest of my life. Good lord. Maybe I should have tried to find a robot that kind of resembled a human, at least in terms of overall shape. Okay, so now we're in a robot factory littered with spare parts. Do I even need to ask? Yeah, I thought as much. Go get a box or something, Veronica. This is gonna take a while.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Oh my good god. If I get a hernia because of this, Eddie, I'm turning you into a novelty bedlight. Or I could just sell you to those guys. I'm pretty sure they can use a robot that can shoot lasers. It'll be a nice attraction to the customers. Or they might just use you as a novelty bedlight. Well then, behave yourself and I might reconsider. Don't try my patience, young man, or else I'll wedge Veronica's spare wrench into your radiator grill.
Hey, I need that for stuff.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Another NCR grunt.
Who the hell are you calling a grunt? I'm at least a grunt first class by now, thank you very much. Fucking idiot. Oh hey, the whole gang's here. Did you guys start drinking without me? Alright, come on now, I have caps to collect.
I hear you've been helping out around town. It's much appreciated, friend.
Well now, you guys already heard about my exploits. You see, this is what I want to see. Appreciation in a clear and prompt manner. If you guys can understand that, then the NCR should be building statues of me by now. Anyway, here are the deaths you were talking about. Those guys are still alive, in case you were wondering.
I don't care how you handled those lumps of human refuse, but you got the job done. We need you to hunt down another person. That son of a bitch McCaffrey stole a ton of caps and ran off to Vegas. I guess the fact that we farmed out his usual work to you pissed him off. No one steals from the Garrett twins. If you can kill that bastard and bring back as much as you can, you'll be paid very well.
You see, why did you have to waste so much time when you could have just said that last sentence? Killing someone who's jealous of me is already a plus, but getting paid for it? You should just start counting the money now.
Good. Just stop on back when he's dead and you'll be rewarded handsomely. Bring his hat as proof of the kill.
You want to keep it as a trophy, don't you? God damn it, Julie was right. You guys are psychotic. Unfortunately for the rest of society, you also pay out. But let's balance the contract killing with some humanitarian work. The followers want to make a deal for some medical supplies. You guys interested?
Interesting. Well, you're gonna need to speak with my brother, James. He handles all of the trading contracts and general operations.
You mean I have to deal with the resident pimp? Fine, although I seriously doubt putting him in charge of this kind of shit would be a good idea. By the way, I already subtracted my share from the debts, so don't you start sending mercenaries after me, understood?
Till next time.
And everybody's happy, isn't that nice? Hey there, buddy, are we having fun yet? Oh, what the fuck are you doing here? I thought I told you to sober up. Oh, you motherfucker, Bill. Julie's not gonna be impressed by this, you know that, right? Who am I kidding? Once a drunkard, always a drunkard. You know all about that.
Hey, chum. Welcome back.
Yeah, let's just get this negotiation thing out of the way. You heard what I told your sister. The followers want to make a deal. And no, it's not to supply you with more prostitutes. They need medical supplies.
Really now? Well, this is news. We could possibly supply what they need, but they would need to supply us in kind. They have the tech know-how to make our stills work more efficiently. Pure alcohol means we can get our customers drunk quicker. Getting our customers drunk quicker means more caps spent at the tables and stuffing slots, if you know what I mean. Plus, the extra alcohol can serve as surgical disinfectant for their needs. The followers are a good lot. They've stitched up our boys in the past.
Yeah, you might want to keep your motivations to yourselves. On second thought, let's just leave the intricacies to me. That poor woman might throw up if you start going into that kind of detail.
Good. We can supply them with all the med-X they need. For the fixer, we'll only be able to send over some basic drug components. We're not in the business of getting people off drugs, so we don't really dabble in that side of things. The followers should be able to whip some up with what we have available, though. They just need to agree to fix up our stills and keep them maintained, plus cover the cost for raw materials needed to make the alcohol.
Okay then, but like I said, you keep your mouth shut while I put on my most convincing face, or this whole deal gets trashed. Anyway, I can see you're desperate to talk about the recruiting job you gave me. Well, you should know how hard it is to find a smooth talker locally, but I did it anyway.
And who would that be?
Old Ben, and he's sitting right there. Did he not talk to you about this already? Oh, I get it. He didn't want me to miss out on my finder's fee. Ah, that's considerate of you, man. I appreciate it.
I've heard some stories of that old guy. I'm amazed he's still alive with how much he's been through. If the stories are true, he'll be a valuable commodity here at the Wrangler. I appreciate the find.
Good. Now show your appreciation with some caps, please. And don't forget about the cowboy ghoul. That was a really lucky find.
Imagine that. What's his name and when's he start?
She is right there. What the fuck? Did you really think she was just a regular customer who also happens to be a ghoul and loves to dress up like that? Use your fucking head, man.
A she, huh? Well, I guess the customer who made that request can't get everything he wants. Hell, who knows? He might not even notice the difference.
Oh wow, there's how to start a working relationship. Nothing says you value your employees more than a few lines of bigotry right off the bat. You know, I hope these customers of yours are willing to do repeat business, because the chances of you finding another person with those specific tastes are gonna be pretty slim. Especially with that sex bot I found.
You did? Ha, damn! I've been looking for one of those for years. For my customers, I mean, I'm not into that kind of shit.
Yeah, let's just assume that's what you meant right from the start. Well, you know, this thing took a lot more effort to track down. I mean, hell, I had to get special programming for it. So, as a businessman, you should already know I'm gonna ask for a bonus.
You're right, you're right. Something like this. It's worth a little extra because it's gonna keep on satisfying you. Those disgusting fetishists, I mean. Something wrong with someone if they got a fucking machine.
Oh no, please, keep talking. I want to see how much deeper you're gonna dig yourself into this hole. On second thought, I think the robot might do that for you. Or rather, to you. I'm just gonna assume it already walked through the front doors and you thought it was another customer who happens to have metal skin. Well, it's already programmed to respond to you.
It is? It will? My God, imagine the possibilities. It didn't happen to come with an owner's manual, did it? Ah, forget it. Trial and error should do it.
Ha! You're not even gonna pretend anymore, is that it? Well, you know, I'm happy for your epiphany, and hey, if you don't like being in the closet, just take a step out, you know? Yeah, you just want to start playing with your new toy like a child on Christmas Day, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, well, have fun with that. I'll just be on my way now. I would buy drinks right now to permanently erase that part of my memory, but What the hell? Were you wearing that under the duster the whole time?
Yep.
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't think I want to spend another second in here longer than I have to. Good luck at your new jobs. I'm sure you'll all do just fine, and if you have any issues, please don't ask me for help.
This is one odd robot.
You know what? Go and request for its special service, and then you can tell me it's an odd robot.